Bennett, licensed social worker, speaking in a personal capacity. I had originally planned to speak to the police killing of Philip Mullen on October 9th. I wanted to remind our community that the logic and standard operating procedures of police, including the Las Cruces Police Department, is the reason that individuals experiencing untreated mental illness are 16 times more likely to be murdered by police. I wanted to ask our community if we are okay with how that incident played out. I wanted to ask if we all agree that the actions of Philip Mullen warranted the death penalty. I wanted to ask if, for all of the effort we have invested in successful crisis intervention strategies like Project Light, can we also acknowledge there is still significant work to do to decrease the likelihood that police will respond to mental health crises with shouting and gunshots. I wanted to remind us all that violence, aggression, homicidal, and suicidal ideation are all symptoms of untreated mental illness, and that any one of us might suffer from such a crisis in our lifetimes. I wanted to remind us that with the fallout of federal support for prevention programs, many more will suffer from similar situations in the near future. That is what I wanted to talk about, and then I read Heath Hossman's article on Chief Story's recent cooperation with federal agents to detain another man deemed mentally incompetent. I then watched the chilling video update with Story flanked by Trump administration officials, including Pam Bondi appointee Ryan Ellison, and learned that Neil Garcia, who LCPD had previously advocated needed treatment and to whom no treatment was given, is now facing up to 20 years in federal prison for interference in commerce. In the video, Ellison claimed that the U.S. Attorney's Office is open for business and is eager to detain others. I understand that our local judges are also implicated in failing to pursue legal treatment options. But for Chief Story to respond by throwing this man away potentially for the rest of his life and creating a commercial inviting other law enforcement to do the same is a clear abuse of power and demonstration of values and alliances. At a time when those same federal officials are enacting the unlawful abduction, detention, and abuse of Black and brown, unhoused, and mentally ill people, his actions are deeply disturbing and unacceptable. In accordance with the stated values of the City of Las Cruces, I would like to recommend that the LCPD explore hiring a social worker or two. As a community, we are all accountable for how we respond to our toughest challenges. And in these two instances, the system collectively denied these men the real possibility of care. It is all of our failing, and it is up to all of us to decide how we move forward. Thank you.